Do you need this, or he's gonna lead to it?
You sure is. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to take this.
I need your nail again.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because we all here and we ready. Look like. Bend it back some. There you go.
3, 2, 1. Hot.
I have now. Hello, what's up, Instagram? It's Friday. What's up, Facebook? It is Friday. I'm gonna let a few more people come in before I announce what the online exclusive topic for today will be. Y'all, it's getting ready to be it is the weekend. I cannot take it. I'm so excited. It's gonna be hot in the shy. Yes, finally somebody sent the memo. It is springtime. Come on with the hot weather and leave it. Put it on the dial. Snatch the knob off.
70 and 77. I'm going to the beach for sure.
See?
Howdy, neighbors.
Marcel is back. He got to scare his life today.
Huh?
You was getting ready to get replaced with the Venezuelans.
As soon as you said, I ain't gonna be there, I texted Adam. I said, well, tell Jarrell music.
Yeah,
He texted me right back like, change of plans. I said, God dog it.
Yeah, that's what you said. How was Nashville?
It was amazing.
But Nashville, have you been to Nashville before?
Yes.
But it's different now.
It's way different.
Oh my God, Nashville.
Real
Nashville.
gentrified.
It's going down in the Ville. It's
Yeah.
going down. You know what? We descend on that in Nashville on May the 4th through the 7th, y'all, because that is FISC graduation reunion. Don't have to be your year. All you got to do is get on that plane, find you some accommodations, and get to the Ville. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. What's up, Sir Thomas?
I got the plane like, this ain't Texas.
What's up, One Stop? Oh, hey, my baby. How are you? Okay, and it's hot down there right now, right? Hotter than here?
No.
It wasn't?
It was, when I got home, this weather
I would
was
say
better.
it's a little similar.
Oh,
right?
really?
Similar.
No, it's supposed to be hotter because Tennessee is
Didn't
more
rain
south.
yesterday. But
Oh,
that
it did?
southern rain is different than rain in the south.
Let me tell you something. When I was in school, I couldn't catch a hairstyle. Now, had I known about lace fronts then, I would have had 12 of them. But I was like, I can't stay here. I just can't stay here because my hair keep going afro. I can't do it. But then I found this lady who gave me a...
So imagine when you were there 10 or 12 years ago in college.
I'm glad because you know the Venezuelans is waiting on me.
Yeah, I know.
They're waiting to sit in that
So
seat.
the town, it's slow now, so it was really slow then.
No,
Well, the college probably, of course, made it lit.
Well, the South is just slower than the North.
Yeah.
But Nashville it's now a major metropolis. So it is definitely.
They gave us 5-star treatment.
Did they?
I stayed at the Thompson Hotel.
Thompson is nice.
Really nice hotel. Of course, we went to Lynchburg.
That's very sobering.
Yeah, it was.
Very sobering. Maybe you might want to explain. You know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it.
You can talk about it. Hey, my block, my hood, my city, my job. What's up, y'all? Love you from O'Hare International.
Who is that?
Oh my God, you're at O'Hare, America. Oh, that's one of my sorors and one of my longtime childhood friends.
I saw you looking all fabulous on BON yesterday.
Don't hate the player. Don't even hate the game. Join it. You can win if you play. But one thing for sure, You can't win if you don't
You
play.
look good. You look like a superstar.
Look like.
Well, let me. You are.
Don't play with the people. What's up, Zoe? Marcia, why does your name always come up even here on Facebook? I mean, on Facebook.
What you mean?
Okay, guys. Here's the topic for today. New money. That's what I'm talking about. Pastor Angela and I have been a 35 years. That's what I'm talking about. 35 years and counting. Y'all got some of them flight benefits? Hook us up.
But you on Instagram. I'm like, who talking to you?
No, I have flight benefits. I'm just kidding. I don't ask for much. I'm so grateful that you are here, and that is more than enough for me. Y'all, today's topic is, if you have ever been betrayed in your life. Now think back, or maybe not so far back. Did you forgive that person who betrayed you? And if so, how long did it take you? And should they have been forgiven? Now I know we got a lot of Christians, saints and ain'ts though. This topic is for saints and ain'ts.
Justin answered really quick,
What'd
and
you
that
say,
was
Justin?
a shocker.
You said, "Yep, you've been betrayed." And if you feel like you can share, you don't have to put names in. If you can feel like you can share the circumstances, please put that in the comments. We definitely want to talk about betrayal. Betrayal is it evokes another emotion, but it usually hits deep and deeper. It stays long and longer because, particularly if the person was very close to you, and you can not usually be betrayed by people who are just ancillary, meaning they're not very close to you, but the ones that are close to you are usually the ones where it hits and hurts harder. So if you've ever been betrayed, you said no doubt.
Zoe said, "Oh, I definitely have."
Yes. Did you forgive that person, and how's your relationship now? Are you all still close, or do you handle them with a long handled spoon, or do you take that spoon and knock them out your life? We got one. And I understand you've been out 2 days. You're leaving today. You with it?
I'm like, I don't have nothing around with that.
Yeah.
Jarrell, what's up, man? You all right?
Zoe, you definitely have. I'm sorry you had to go through that, because betrayal is not easy for the person.
Everybody's gonna go through it, though. Unfortunately,
not necessarily.
I want to find one person who has never been betrayed in their entire life
by a close person.
By a close person.
Patrick, what's up, Patrick? What's up? Novella Flavia. I hope I said that right. If not, put the phonetic spelling in the thread so I can say it right. I want to be right. What's up, my baby Modi? Y'all, I got dressed yesterday for WVON over at Soulful Chicago. It was banging. Y'all got to get over there, 1508 West 18th Street, and we're going live.
And it is Tamera's favorite day of the week. It is FRIYAY, and we got a great show for you. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. And I'm proudly posted with the superstar herself.
It's your girl Tamera T Breezy on the air, and it is FRIYAY. Yeah, because it's frying up in here. It's about 60 degrees in the shot, y'all.
I heard they'll be watching the Weather Channel, though, so I don't know.
For us, it's frying. No, it's great. Like, literally, I love the weekend. I'm a weekend baby. And as we already know how we do it on Inspiration 1390 on the Brunch Bunch, Swagger DJ AJ gets us right for the weekend. He did not disappoint, y'all. That mix was it.
Always. You know what? I'm so happy to be. I couldn't wait to get back here today.
Oh, but Nashville had to be the bomb.
Well, you know what? 36-hour trips are not for me.
Why?
Because I have to sedate myself to fly. And so
you like doing stuff on the fly.
Yeah, but that trip is too quick to recover from the sedation. So you are a little drowsy, tired, and you got to get right back on the plane. But it was amazing. Uncle Nearest, and for the saints who are saying, Uncle Nearest, is that the liquor company? Yes. Flew a group of business owners out.
But be intentional about why Uncle Nearest is so important to our community.
And thank you for asking. So they flew us out, and it is Black owned. And they gave us a private tour of their distillery. They took us to the home where Uncle Nearest lived. They call it a farm. Of course, I'm like, okay, call it what you want, but this is a plantation. They're like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I'm telling the truth.
Because I've been sedated and I'm coming down.
Right. Oh, you already know. But it was so nice. Fawn Weaver, the CEO of Uncle Nearest, her story is amazing. Tammy, every time I walked in something, I'm like, Tammy will love this. This black woman set this distillery out. It is so beautiful. Everything was so meticulously done, perfectly, color pattern. I was like, is this HGTV?
I know, right?
But what was so amazing, we hear the story she started. We just hear this black woman started Uncle Nearest to right the wrongs, because Uncle Nearest is the one who taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey.
His formula.
And he was working for a pastor, Jack Daniels' uncle, who was making whiskey. And
making it wrong.
They looked at me like, Reverend, don't you go back trying to make no whiskey. I'm like, well, the preacher was doing it. But she started this company by reading a magazine on a birthday trip. And look, the same way you look, I'm like, wait, what? She saw a picture of Nearest Green and Jack Daniels, and he was sitting on the right hand. And in those times, black people wouldn't have been in the picture, specifically not in the center of the picture, but sitting at the right hand of someone shows how much love you have for them, how much trust. That's why we say Jesus sitting at the right hand of the Father. And so she said that stuck out to her, and she wanted to do research on this black man. Went to Nashville, started doing research. Some of the Jack Daniels family got wind that she was in town. They met with her because her husband's a big movie producer.
Mm-hmm.
They met with her, and she told them, I'm just doing research. If I find anything bad, I won't put this out, but I want to do a love story about friendship and love.
Oh, is she a journalist or something?
She's an author.
Okay.
And so she was getting ready to do a book, long story short, that she told her husband, I want to buy the land. It was for sale that Uncle Nearest lived on and died on. And then it went from buying the land to opening the distillery. And they preserved the home so nice. We went to the home. We went to the spring where he got the fresh water to make, and I got to drink fresh spring water. Now, I'm from the city. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. How we know that's clean?
Right.
He like, oh, it's purified.
I want to see those particles I see coming out my faucet.
I said, let me see you drink it first.
Oh, my God.
And then I'll have a sip. But you know what? It was some of the best water I had ever had. I went back for a second cup. Of course, second cup had a little dirt in it. I said, that makes it even better. Give it to me.
Oh, dirt don't hurt.
But no, it was so amazing. So shout out to Uncle Nearest. I was there surprisingly because I started looking around like, why was I invited? And I'm like, thank God for favor and grace. But it was owners of some of the top restaurants in the city.
Oh, wow.
So it was about 25 of us, and they all executives from Hooters, the Dearborn right here. Oh, I've been invited. Tammy, we got VIP to every restaurant that was on that bus. But it was so amazing. And it was great because, of course, I knew some people, some members of the Mid-America Club were on the bus.
Really?
They were there. And, of course, the owners of Pier 31, Shauna and Howard, Nikki's kids, they were there. So we had a good time. If you ever get a chance to go to Nashville, make sure you go to the Uncle Nearest Distillery. And she's created a restaurant. She has the world's largest bar.
Really?
They created the world's largest bar. And our tour guide was this real country white guy. But he was so funny. He was like, listen, I got all of my good young people around me. Of course, they were all black. So he was telling me, like, yeah, the party was lit. They had Nappy Roots perform at the venue. And so she's trying to create it as a destination place. So the
Nashville's definitely a destination city now.
Yes, and she wants Lynchburg.
Okay.
Now, Lynchburg, I told him, a brother like me don't want to live in no town called Lynchburg.
Or visit. Because it might not be too far removed.
Yeah, and I don't want no smoke. I don't want to be on the cover of the roof.
Lynching be still lynching.
So my Action Jackson did make it back from Lynchburg. But no, it was
Let me tell you something. Now you know me.
Yeah.
If you missing for 48 hours, I'm coming for you.
Coming to Lynchburg.
I'm coming to Lynchburg.
They're going to change the name after you get there.
Baby. Baby.
No, but it was dope. I like country living.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could actually live in it permanently, but I would love like a farm.
It kind of got a country vibe to you.
Yeah, because I like the small town vibe.
Yeah.
And Lynchburg, surprisingly, is a dry county. And they told me everything closes at 6 o'clock.
But the South, they have, because that's the Bible Belt, so they have rules, regulations, and carve out times where you can't buy liquor anyway. And it's all over the South.
Well, for the saints that are wondering, I did not partake. The tour was not. Now I did think, oh, this tour they're gonna be giving us drinks from the time we land to. No, it wasn't like that. It was just a really cool. They took us to dinner the night before. I got a chance to hang on Broadway.
Broadway is the strip.
Listen, I got off the plane singing, "This ain't Texas." Lindsay said, "Would you be quiet?"
Oh my God.
No, but it was so dope. And the Nashville airport
is beautiful.
Is beautiful.
And it really does captivate the name of the city, which is Music City. Now, a lot of people think Music City comes from because it's the mecca of country music, right? But it didn't. It came from the Fisk Jubilee singers.
Yes. I knew that.
Because they went to sing for the Queen, and the Queen said, "Oh, Nashville, you all can really sing. It must be Music City." And that's how the name stuck. And still to this day has become its mantra.
Well, it is amazing. Broadway was nice. I almost bought me some cowboy boots. I was ready to.
And a hat.
I went to the Honky Tonk.
Oh, yeah.
I went to 3 Honky Tonks.
Well, Broadway has a strip of really nice bars, restaurants, even not Muddy Waters. BB King. Did you go to BB King?
No, I didn't get a chance, because I'm saved. And so after dinner, I came back to the hotel.
You saved, but you went on the tour.
Well, I did go out, but listen.
I'm just saying.
Tammy, I know I have changed because after dinner, everybody got off the bus. They said, "Oh, we going to the Broadway, to the parties." And I'm like, I cannot go back to the room and go to sleep. But I got up, went out the bus, went up to the bar with them, and I was in there 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, I got to go. It was just overwhelming.
Flee from temptation.
It was crowded. Now, just imagine. This
is on a weekday?
That's what everybody gets saying. Nashville is lit on a Wednesday. Yeah. I'm like, yes, it is, but I got to go lay down. So I did get to enjoy as much as I could in 36 hours. So
a lot of people are asleep on Nashville. Nashville has one of the highest per capita income counties, areas, I should say, not necessarily counties, but areas in the nation. Green Hills. A lot of country stars live there, and a lot of business owners live there.
Well, my tour guide told me that a lot of people are moving to Nashville. A lot of Hollywood people too.
Yeah.
But outside, and he was telling me, and they all want to live on hills. Mm-hmm. So he said he bought his house. I'm always gonna talk some business. So he bought his house for $160,000. He has about 70 acres.
$160,000.
He came I said, I'm in the wrong city. But he said
that was somebody's 40 acres and a mule. He took it.
He said because people are buying and they want to spend the money. He said his property values have gone. His house is now valued at $680,000 because of the neighbors that have been buying the land around. And Fawn is one of the reasons too, because she's bringing so many people to Nashville. But he was telling me how he owns 70. His father and mother own 300 acres of land.
Incredible.
I'm like, we can't get a quarter of an acre in the city.
Yeah, but you don't have to stay in the city. Your blocks are not necessarily your limitations. You can go beyond your blocks. And so it's great that you brought that information, because for those of you who are looking for investments, Nashville might be just the place for you and your family to build a legacy with land.
Well, if you need a vacation, go to Nashville. Last time I went to Nashville, I drove. So this was my first time fully going through the Nashville airport. I've been there for a layover once, but man, the windows, and I had to sit there for 5 hours to wait on my flight because we were early, but it was just an amazing time. So shout out to Uncle Nearest. Look up the history, spread the story. And one thing Jack Daniels does they pay for all of the descendants of Nearest Green to go to college up to their doctorate.
Well, that's good, because they have made a fortune off of that.
Big old fortune.
But Uncle Nearest is valued at, last time I checked, $100 million. Mm-hmm. Yes, so
she killing the game.
She killing it and reviving it.
Listen, killing
at the same time.
Well, we're gonna keep killing it on this hour. We got a day of hot topics. yesterday we lost O.J. Simpson. I know you all talked about it. So I was asleep on the bus, and I woke up 2 hours later, like, oh my God, O.J. died. And they're like, we already talked about that. So
they were listening to us on the
right. They were listening to the brunch
bus in Nashville.
So we gonna keep this hot topic train going. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
So let's talk about Green Acres, Tina Hammond.
Man.
Hey, Africa. How are you, beautiful?
Listen.
What's up, Chuck Burton?
The acreage, we're in the wrong city.
So Nashville Linda Clayton said,
I do.
Can you provide the phone number and the address? To what, Linda?
To Brian Pickett's funeral home.
Oh, to Brian Pickett's funeral home. Yep. Perfect. It's coming up. Black-owned, woman-owned vegan beauty line has I don't know if you're on, Shahira, but your commercial is playing. Vanguard Beauty, y'all. Listen, I don't go anywhere without my Vanguard Beauty products. Even when I have a makeup artist in a different state, I take my foundation because it is creaseless. That means you will not see one crease. It's a flawless canvas finish, and you definitely, the pigment for the lipsticks, the blushes, it's incredible.
What you talking about?
Vanguard Beauty makeup products. Oh. Yes, did you hear the commercial?
Who is Vanguard?
Shahira. So guys, listen. The topic today is about betrayal. If you've ever been betrayed, and I'm sure some of you probably have by someone close to you, did you forgive them? If you did forgive them, how long did it take you to forgive them? And how do you handle them now?
Forgive, but don't forget, and handle them with a long handle spoon.
That's what you said? But now, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of times when people talk about forgiveness, they say, you're supposed to forgive and forget. Now, the Bible does charge us to forgive, but I don't see, and you all can fact check me, I don't see anywhere where it says forget.
Hey there, Chicago. Are you looking to buy the home of your dreams?
You have to be careful with forgetting. There's an old story that says, a guy pulled a snake from the side of the road that was sick. He helped nurse him back to health. As soon as he got him to health, the snake bit him and put poison in him. And he turned to the snake and said, why would you bite me and I helped you? He said, because it's in my nature.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
Exactly.
So you got to be, that's why you don't forget. You just forgive.
Hey, DJ Bilo, what's up? What's up? What's up?
10 seconds in a row.
Again, 773-616-0906.
Hey, Daniel.
Development where your property journey begins and success awaits.
Tina, get your house on the hill.
On the brunch bunch.
Chicago, can I tell you all something? You are the best in the nation.
Yes.
Now, I've been to a lot of cities. I've actually stayed for a while in a lot of cities. We did a premiere in D.C., but Chicago, y'all sold out that Roosevelt Collection Theater in 9 days. Come through. So much so that we had to add a second theater. And we didn't really know if we were going to be able to get it. But then the tickets sales started rolling in, and the Roosevelt Theater talked to Josh, and Josh said, okay, we got to get another theater. So asked and answered. You wanted a second theater, you got a second theater. Now keep doing what you've been doing, and that's buying those tickets to the up and coming blue carpet premiere of Kingdom Reign. Now, yesterday I was on WVO, and Darlene Hill invited me, and I got to give a shout out to my sister and her co-host. And guess who I saw there? Frankie, our very own, used to be radio personality here at iHeart, Frankie Robinson. Yeah. She was amazing. I love her. Y'all, keep on buying those tickets. You can go to the link on our social media page, our Brunch Bunch page, or you can go to my page or Marcel's page. Or you can go directly to brownpapertickets.com and get your tickets.
And don't wait, because although a second theater, we don't know about a third one, so don't wait on that announcement. Get your tickets. Right. We were talking about your premiere in Nashville.
Were you?
Yes, we were. I was pushing them tickets. I'm like, come out on the 28th. We're going to have a good time. So I'm excited.
And don't forget, too, this is an opportunity for you guys to get dressed up. I know it's black tie. That doesn't mean you have to wear a black tie, but you do have to get dressed up. And for all of you who've been putting your COVID clothes in a closet, you can Dust them off, put them on, and shine like Chicago knows how to shine. Blue carpet events haven't been blue or red or pink or yellow, haven't been around since before COVID. So we're 7 years out from a premiere.
And you never know who you're gonna get to meet the cast.
Yes.
There's gonna be Q&A,
food
and beverages, and you never know who's gonna be in the room. So it's gonna be a nice night to have fun. It could be a date night. Or you can make it a networking event because the stars of the movies will be here, the producers. And who knows, you may meet somebody who wants you in the next movie.
You better believe it. All the stars are closer. And you know what? I think I've talked about this, but I was casting in a reality show. And the reality show camera crew is going to be there. So you guys never know. You might be on the show or you might be asked to be on the show. So I'm switching lanes. Y'all with me?
Yeah, we with you.
All right. So, this is the Power Hour, and our aim is to always send you back better than you came. That's leveling you up, giving you the tools that you need so that you can increase your value, your worth, and your family's prosperity. So, today, Biden's administration cancels another $7.4 billion in student loans. That sounds like somebody that's trying to get elected.
Get a lot of votes.
And he's on the right pathway. Student loans are probably the only loans that do not have a statute of limitation. If you went to school 40 years ago and they find out that you still owe, guess what? They're going, hello, can we get that? And they can get it. The answer to that is yes. So days after heralding its latest student loan debt forgiveness plan, the Biden administration is announcing another round of loan cancellations through existing debt relief programs. So the White House will send emails Friday to 277,000 borrowers, informing them that their debts, $7.4 billion in total, have been canceled. That's the phone. Let me make sure you got my number. All right, Biden.
Right.
773.
Did you don't have any student loan debt?
What?
Do you?
Of course I have student loan
debt.
debt.
Did it get wiped away?
If he called me.
He done messed up then. If yours ain't getting wiped, we ain't sending our votes, Biden.
Now, they haven't bothered me in a while, though. So maybe I'm on the list and they didn't tell me I was on the list. Either way, I'm cool with that. Now, as election day nears, the Biden administration has ramped up efforts to tout the president's record on wiping clear the education debts of millions of Americans, despite Republican challenges of the effort. So the White House has been unapologetic in the efforts to deliver this relief. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona said on a call with reporters just yesterday. So imagine the potential of this country if everyone can afford and access higher education. That's why we're engaged in this difficult work. Much pushback from the Republicans. You got a mask, bro? The administration has regularly shared updates as it processes batches of debt relief. Well, this latest round brings the total loan forgiveness approved by the president to a whopping $153 billion for nearly 4.3 million people, and the administration is proud to announce that. Now, for all of you professionals, your doctors, your lawyers who got massive loans, this is what you want to hear. Now, if your name ain't on the list, I suggest you call your local politicians, your congressmen, and make sure that you get on that list. Well, the lion's share of the new relief will go out to 206,800 borrowers enrolled in Biden's Saving on a Valuable Education Repayment Plan, which ties monthly student loan payments to earnings and family size. Well, enrollees who borrowed less than $12,000 can have their debt wiped clean after 10 years of payments, compared to the traditional wait period of 20 to 25 years under other income-driven repayment plans. Well, the Education Department has been identifying borrowers who meet that criteria since February of this year. The administration said another 65,700 borrowers who have been repaying their loans for more than 20 to 25 years also will have their balances canceled through a temporary waiver of rules governing income-driven repayment plans. Well, the IDR adjustment unveiled 2 years ago grants longtime borrowers credit toward loan forgiveness to rectify inconsistencies in how student loan servicers have treated and tracked payments. Tracked, I want to say tracked, because they will find you. The remaining 4,600 people in line for debt cancellation in the latest tranche are public servants who benefit from the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, which erases the balances of people who spend 10 years repaying their loans while in a government or nonprofit job. Well, the president is facing 2 separate lawsuits from Republican attorneys, of course, seeking generally to overturn the SAVE plan. The state lenders say that the repayment program is a workaround to provide widespread debt relief that the Supreme Court struck down last year. We talked about that last year when they struck it down, because it does impact a lot of people who are getting student loans and who are getting debt, who have a debt relief repayment program. So on Thursday, Biden's officials said SAVE, an updated on the existing income-driven repayment program, is firmly anchored in the law and gives the education secretary authority to revise such plans. So again, you will see this program and how to access this program on our social media pages. And if you are in any one of those categories that we just mentioned, you might want to be the head of driving your student loan into the ground.
Let me ask you, what do you think of this program?
I think it's great.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking because I was writing notes. So under
so your note writing made you ask me that?
Yeah, so under $12,000, they had to still make payments.
They had to. So remember, this is, you don't know how long it goes back. So if you went to school, if you went to medical school, say.
Yeah.
And say you're working.
I did go to medical school.
I know. I know you went to medical school and law school.
Right.
So say you went, well, of course you did. And so you took out loans in order to do so. And you've been working, but you've been paying back your loans. And you've been working for 30 years and you've been paying back your loans for 30 years. Right. And that's not unusual.
Right. No, it's not.
And you might still have 5 more years to pay. Well, that's wiped out. But let's say you just out of school, well, recently out of school, and you've been paying your loan for 10 years. You still got 20 more years to pay. It's wiped out.
But under certain brackets, does it have to be under 12,000 in student debt though?
There's tier. It's tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. It just seemed like just wipe the debt away. If we saying forget debt, let's wipe it away. No more payments. Just stop. Now I did see some people post that their accounts have been zeroed out, but that was like last year. Was that a different?
Well, no, that remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
That repayment program wiped all of their debt out, but then the Republicans got a pushback. It was a real vicious pushback, and so then they stopped it. And so the people who were in line to get their student loans wiped out were outraged because they thought they didn't. They started reallocating that money already.
Yeah.
But so don't. That's a good topic. Do not spend that money before you get a letter that says your student loan is wiped
Do
out.
not stop paying until you get that letter. Because if you go in default, because some people are in forbearance payment plans, you go in that default, ain't no coming back after that. So wait until you get. I don't think
there's a forbearance for student loans. I think there's a payment plan for student loans, but forbearances are usually allocated for.
There's forbearance for student loans.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Yes,
ain't nobody offered me that.
Maybe you got a call because you never used yours there, man. Because of COVID,
COVID. Did it wipe it out?
No, it just stopped you from paying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that is a forbearance. It defers it on the end of the loan, basically. Yeah,
I told you I went to medical school. I know what I'm talking about.
Medical school,
forbearance, student loans, both of them. All that.
Well, you know what? Any savings that you can garner that can go back into your family's budget it's not earmarked for a payment is a win-win. So if you're in line for the win, catch the win, y'all.
Yeah, you know what?
A win, W-I-N-D. Catch the W-I-N.
A win is a win, but you know what? I'll be glad when this election is over, right?
Why? This one's so much
because
more
then
than
we
any
won't
other?
have to worry about Trump or Biden anymore. We'll have two.
Lies you tell.
We'll have 2 fresh candidates. They can't run no more.
Oh, that's true.
It'll be over with. This Trump-Biden situation will be over, and we'll have fresh faces running, hopefully.
TB, tuberculosis, Trump Biden.
Right, TB. That's what it feels like.
Well, you know what? I don't know. I guess there's a segment of the population is like the devil you know is better than the one that you meet.
Because Biden is helping pay student loans. Great. Trump is at Chick-fil-A buying milkshakes and chicken for black voters. It's like ridiculous.
Oh no, that right there.
But
That's
when we
stereotypical, right?
when
That's
we
crazy.
when we come back, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna keep this political party going right here on Inspiration 1390.
That's what we're going to do on Inspiration 1390. Here, we're going to talk about if you've
What'd you
ever been betrayed. You all put your comments in the thread. Hey, Christy. Hey, Luxury Dream Builders. Is that your cousin? No?
No.
What's up, Tanya? Inglewood, Tanya in the building. What's going on?
I don't.
Hey, Illinois Jones.
But I like this
I'm waving to y'all.
a little. You waving to who?
I'm waving not to you. I'm waving to the people on Instagram. Hey, Sabrina. Love you, lady.
I thought you said I got indicted. I was about to say, what?
So one sister says, I forgive and I don't hold grudges.
Oh, what
My
church?
heart won't let me hold you hostage, but I'm rare. However,
Okay, where is that?
I don't fool with you so much. I don't trust you, and trust is now an issue.
Okay, you gonna go?
And much trust is now an issue.
Then you can come to my church.
Makes sense. That makes sense. How do you trust someone that has betrayed
Corinthian
you?
temple.
But if you still have love for that person, do you keep them in your inner circle, or do you put them on your outer circle, or they just off the page? Period. No circle. That's a great comment. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I've gone through a lot of makeup. One sister, I've gone through a lot of makeup.
Yeah, where's
this
room?
Actually is my best one. Every time I go to a makeup artist that does my makeup professionally for whatever event that we're doing, I always give them my 2 bottles because I mix the 2 shades so that it can make the perfect shade.
Yeah.
And the consistency is
like
out of Canada. Young sister here in Chicago that's doing it and literally killing the game. So you guys want to go to your Vanguard Beauty and get your products. When I tell you that the lipsticks are popping, I don't mean popping off your face where you look like a clown. I'm talking about just the perfect blend of pop and poise.
A new report by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis says Black and Latina women who don't get married are the least wealthiest demographic in the U.S.
Say it again.
A new report by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis says Black and Latina women who don't get married are the least wealthiest demographic in the United States. The average net worth calculated just over $3,300.
$3,300 per what?
That's what I'm like.
Per day? What is $3,300 per month, per year, per what? What's the frequency? Thank you, Modi. I'm putting this in my suitcase so you can't find it.
Yes, I'm good. And back up.
It's gonna swallow you anyway. All right, Christy, what's a lie? What's a lie, Christy? What's a lie?
Hey, he didn't say that. I mean, he did say that. But...
Hey, Reggie Banks. Hey, Christy.
Hey, Reggie Banks. Oh my God.
You know what? If you've ever been betrayed, I'm going to keep on reiterating this so I can see and hear your comments. You're right, stand in your lane. Those stats make no sense.
I called the Federal Bank of Missouri.
Or fact check his source. If you've ever been betrayed,
Google. No, I'm joking.
Do you forgive the person who betrayed you? Oh, Reggie says, welcome back, action.
Thank you, Brother Reggie. Oh, he would have loved that tour.
I think it depends on the extent of betrayal. For me,
Reggie needs to go on that tour.
Huh? What's that again?
I said for me it was easy to forgive, but I think it depends on the extent of the betrayal.
No, that's what Donna said to me today. It really depends on how deep that betrayal cut and who the person was, because that person who betrayed you, depending on how close they are to you, it exacerbates the level of betrayal. It's like, how could you? I trusted you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if it's somebody you just met or somebody that you recently met or somebody that you knew this is their mantra, yeah, I expect, like you said, it's a snake. Yeah. I expect you to bite me.
If you don't expect it, it hurts.
It does.
Especially when it's somebody.
Well, I actually have been betrayed a lot. And I forgive.
Say a lot, though. And you forgive a lot.
I forgive.
You're a little crazier than me then, because some people that I know that have betrayed you, when I see them, I want to triple. And
Well,
you
you know
still
what?
love them.
Let me tell you this. I was sexually abused when I was a kid. And I harbored that for so long, and it made me such a miserable person that that's where my first forgiveness came. I had to forgive, because usually forgiveness is not for the person that you're forgiving, it's for you to free yourself. But the forget part is kind of iffy, because you kind of want to guard yourself. I say I've been betrayed a lot, not by the same person, because I understand where you are, so as other people. But I forgive a lot, and you know what? The forgiveness has been a blessing.
I was gonna say that's the blessing.
Yeah, that's the blessing.
Sometimes I want to get upset with people and mad, and then I just realize it's not worth it.
Well, you mad? They going on about their life.
Yep.
They like, okay, well, you can harbor that. They going on and betray somebody else.
Yep. On to the next.
Yeah, because betrayers are not just privy to you. They're not just targeting you. That's just in their DNA.
Sometimes. Do you think? Because I know sometimes you get betrayed. I don't know. Betrayal is something. It's not easy to go through a deal with.
So Deborah says,
Deborah Cozy Lane.
What's up, Deborah? Says that was my message. That was a message this
Secure home and automation.
Sunday,
that
Twisted
was my
Love.
message. It's a
Now
twisted
experience
love.
the
Yep.
promise of ultimate safety that they bring to your home. Call
Jesus
Chauncey at
experienced the
866-447-3344.
ultimate betrayal.
He
And
did.
he
Still
forgave.
forgave. Now I want you to know though, Jesus is real.
3344.
I got a book for you to read.
Okay, bring me the book.
It's called Make Me Like Jesus.
Make me like Jesus.
And I was
Bring me the
reading it
book.
on the flight, but the first thing it asks you, it says, before you read this book, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Because to pray to be more like Jesus is a serious prayer. Because then you're going to be betrayed and you have to forgive. So I think that'll be a good book for you.
Yep, I
I'm
agree.
going to bring it for
Now
you.
Reggie's comment is betrayal. No one is perfect. Sorry. That's true. No one is perfect.
That's why I was going to say why I said it's kind of iffy. Because sometimes people betray you, and it's not because they just have a betrayal nature.
That's true.
They just made a mistake, or they didn't realize the error of their ways, or like in Jesus' case, he wanted to profit a little money, and he was like, well, I'm going to just give them up, you know.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes forgiveness is a passageway or a ticket to further betrayal. Sometimes it is. Now, Chrissy said, is that Chrissy? Oh my God, I just passed a sign that said forgive. Oh, that's confirmation. That is confirmation. Yep, I agree. Oh, thank you, Reggie. Let me tell you something. Don't call me T Diddy anymore, because Byron said yesterday we ain't doing nothing Diddy. So T Breezy from
T
now
Diddy.
on. T Breezy from now on.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on.
So I was talking about Donald Trump before the break, and the question is, can Donald Trump win over black voters with Chick-fil-A? Now, there's some pictures of him, and they're kind of cringe, but on April the 10th, President Donald Trump went to Chick-fil-A in Atlanta, Georgia, and he walked in upon arrival. The former president, who is currently being prosecuted, just in case you didn't remember, proceeded to order 30 milkshakes, and some.
Because they were here milking the
right,
vote. That's why you said milking.
And I quote, and some chicken. He like, I want 30 milkshakes and some chicken. Then he said, what good looking people. Can I have 30 milkshakes and also some chicken? We're going to take care of the customers. Business is good, making a lot of money, get rich, right? He said to the fast food employees, like they own Chick-fil-A. But not all of the employees looked thrilled by his visit. In fact, some of them looked downright concerned. That's not to say that no one praised the former president. And I quote, I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. We support you, shouted one black woman who proceeded to hug Trump. Now, the clip was shared widely by Trump's Deputy Director of Communications, Margot Martin, and highlights how the Trump campaign has repeatedly attempted to tout purported black support going into the 2024 election. However, a poll last month from The Economist found that only 12% of black Americans polled would vote for Trump if the election were held that day with the same likely candidates. So for context, exit polls had Trump at similar margins in 2020. It is worth noting that his favorability rating in the poll was higher than his likely support. However, there's not a single poll that suggests that Trump is overwhelmingly beloved by black voters. Now, I will say this. I run into a lot of black voters that are saying they voting for Trump, but they're saying it privately and in the back. And I think if a poll call up, they're going to say, no, I'm not voting for Trump, because they don't want people to know that they support Trump. I don't know. I think he need a better team, though, when it comes to reaching the black community. Because why go to Chick-fil-A and order chicken? That is so stereotypical.
So very sassy. He might as well have watermelons in the trunk.
What else is he gonna order there?
Right. Don't go to Chick-fil-A, though. Don't go to a chicken joint.
And if you were going to go to a chicken joint, you should go to Uncle Remus or Harold's.
Well, right. You should have went to a historically black-owned soul food restaurant. There was one time I met a white guy out in Lombard, and he was a friend of a friend. And when we all hung out, we went back to his house. And you know what he did? He was like, hey, man, welcome to my home. He was like, would you like some watermelon?
Who said that to you?
Yeah. He was like, I can get some chicken. And the mutual friend that we both had was like, and I said, it's okay.
Cringing.
I said, I get that you may be nervous. Maybe you've never had a black person in your house before, but we don't want watermelon and chicken when we walk through the door, okay? And he just looked, and he just kept going. So in that scenario, I'm thinking about Trump. Just how cringe that was for me to be in that position. I think any black voters that are not supporting Trump don't want to be offered chicken by you to influence them to vote for you and support you. Because now you're pandering.
Yeah. And you're pandering poorly. Like that right there was just in poor taste, if you ask me. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Chick-fil-A. Now, I do understand that there's...
you got to vote Trump now.
And I want him to send me my Chick-fil-A via Instacart.
No, right.
Like literally. Because I shouldn't have to suffer because I wasn't there. I need my vote.
You know what? I want my just due.
I want him to add to it. I want him to put some watermelons on there, some okra.
Oh my God.
No,
what's wrong with this woman? You gone mad.
Well, I mean, if they giving it out.
Right.
Don't nobody know I'm voting when I go behind that curtain, right?
Well, Harold Washington said, take the turkeys and vote for me.
But I want to switch lanes right there for a minute, though, because this is a great teaching moment. Trump, if you're going to those...
You didn't make the lane sound. We didn't know you got over.
He did. Thank you. So if somebody like Trump is going to Chick-fil-A to pander or solicit black votes, what does that say to you, block of black voters? How important, how powerful your block of votes are. And so many times we forget our power when we're voting. But I want to remind you that you cannot take our power in my Beyonce voice.
Yeah.
You can't take our power unless I give it to you.
Unless.
So if you really understand the power of your collective, and I'm going to keep saying collective because galvanized voting is a powerful vote. If in fact politicians knew that one voice, one vote was in order, they would not do that. He would never have gone to Chick-fil-A because the backlash of the stereotype would have been so present because now you're losing a bunch of votes, right?
But that's why you got to have a good team around you. And clearly he does not have a good team.
I'm not talking about his team. I'm talking about the voter, the voting block. How important and powerful your black vote is. Now, everyone will tell you when you got people coming to your door soliciting for you to sign their petition so they can get on the ballot, or if you're going into the polls soliciting their candidate, and you see in black areas it's more people soliciting your vote because they know that they can't win without the black vote. Covet that vote like you would your child, because truthfully it's going to impact your child's life, but it's going to impact yours first.
And I don't think we understand it. So that's a very good point, Tammy. Our vote is so important. But when we look at how the population is changing and where we have a new group of people coming, that vote may be a little bit more important than ours if we don't understand.
I didn't see him going to Taco Bell.
Yeah, not in this picture, but trust me. If he was crazy enough, first of all, no, he's not going to Taco Bell because he is standing 10 toes down on when he is elected.
Oh, yeah.
He's sending all illegal immigrants back across. So he ain't investing in no tacos because he closing down all the taco joints. You know?
I cannot with you. But you know what? All I can say is I can't wait to see how this unfolds because truthfully, I want to see what kind of new tactics both of them come up with. But Biden, I want you to keep on giving out that money, okay?
And Trump keep giving out the chicken.
I know, right?
If your poll numbers go up, do what work for you, bro. But you know what? The good thing about life is no matter how bad it gets, no matter how hard it may seem, we go from glory to glory. It is KB, glory to glory, right here on the Brunch Vine.
No tacos.
Chrissy said no tacos. That's a problem. Taco Tuesday is canceled.
Oh my God. Okay, but this is a mess. What's a mess
Yeah.
in LA?
Answer. But you know what? Trump had a large number of Hispanic voters.
He did. He's got a large
Even
number
with
of
all of that rhetoric,
Hispanic followers.
you talk about betrayal.
Hey, 340, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. I'm waving to you. Now, I'm supposed to be doing this waving, but I'm waving.
I can read off my phone.
You be upset for what?
If I had to go through the whole process of becoming a legal immigrant and that ain't just letting everybody in, like,
Yeah, we were saying that's the Mexican vote. At the same time, the legal immigrants that get
Oh, yeah. But now everybody wants the wall up because there's so many immigrants. But remember I was telling you guys this week about the Betrayal of a Nation, that documentary, and how they strategically targeted Africans so that they could build America. And you see the same cycle coming hundreds of years later, doing the same thing with bringing so many more immigrants. Because now people are looking for a workforce and they're willing to work.
Who making money? Oh yeah, they deliver my Uber Eats every other day. I order. That's one of the ways they're making money.
Not all of it is cash.
Right.
Not all of it is cash. Some of them have gotten Social Security numbers. Some of them have got work visas.
Illegal Social Security numbers.
They're not illegal.
How they getting social?
Social.
They can't get
Fast
social.
tracking. What are you talking about?
They not fast tracking.
If I tell you it's raining, get your umbrella.
But no, they said the issue was that they not fast tracking their work visa. So they can't have a social if they need a work visa.
What did you just say?
I said the issue with the migrants, where they've been, because they were protesting City Hall not too long ago, because the federal government is taking.
A bunch of them that do.
They got the hookup somewhere.
I don't know how they got it. Okay, all I know
Pookie them and got them some Social Security cards.
I know people that didn't pay $4,000 for their Louis Vuittons either.
I do. I know a bunch of them.
So I mean,
that's why I said at first they real social, but they legit social.
They get paid social.
Yeah.
If you know illegal with a social code, 773. Glory to glory to glory to God. God gets all the glory. This is your main man, Action Jackson, and I am proudly posted with.
It's your girl Tamera.
T Diddy.
Don't play with me.
Oh, T Breezy, I mean.
So yesterday, I'm glad you said that because yesterday my nephew said he gave me the name on Twitter, T Diddy, right? It was T_, and then of course Tanya and everybody calls me T Diddy, right?
Yeah.
So then when Diddy started doing his thing, and I would say thing with an A, not thing, but thing. They were like, yesterday, Byron said, okay, Mom, we're not going to call you T Diddy no more. Not anymore, no more. I was like, good, because I got a new name. It's T Breezy.
But Diddy is innocent until proven guilty. Isn't this America?
In your eyes. All I'm saying is I don't want to be associated with that.
Oh, look at Justice. You know what? I actually had a story, and we're going to save it for Monday about Gen Zers. But I don't want to get into it.
No, I want to talk about the Gen Zers right now.
But it's a very interesting article. But
I definitely want to talk about the Gen Zers because that's the next topic on air is about the workforce and how. Well, we talked about when you were gone, the documentary Betrayal of a Nation, which is why we started talking about betrayal today on
I know. I
social
listened
media.
when I'm not here.
You did. Okay, great. But the workforce has changed so much. And then I shared the story of a young lady who was getting a interview, and she said, can we change the interview time because the solar eclipse is going to be at the time that we actually step. But that's not uncommon. You know, the Gen Zers, they have a whole different way about what they're doing. So, and when I say what they're doing, I'm saying in the workplace. Now, we grew up on you work hard, you garner a level of wealth, right? Well, they have a different way of garnering levels of wealth, and that's not, we all applaud that. If you can do and make a living and feed your family from swiping, do so. However, it is reported that a lot of these Gen Zers are lonely because they don't have friends, and once they've left college, they don't have friends. But if you were in the workplace, you would then assemble a new group of friends because they would be your work family, right? Yep. Well, I've been talking to a lot of people at high levels in banking and high levels in corporate America, and how this is affecting every single industry. So it's not just your service providers.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's where anywhere Gen Z is going to work.
Because if you have a preconceived notion about when you're going to work, you come into the interview say, I can only work 3 days a week, and I have a vacation that's scheduled in the next 2 weeks, and then another one in the next 4 months because my family is doing thus and so. Oh, and then they look at you like, and you didn't know?
Well, we were taught, though, and I'm not a Gen Z, of course, but we were taught when you get a job, you tell them up front what you have going on.
But you can't have all of that going on at your new job.
It never told us we can't have all of it. It just said, let your employer know.
So I'm glad you said that. So employers, let them know your parameters as well.
Right. So this article, young man has gone viral. Gen Z, he is from Chicago. He has over 1 million followers now because he does Gen Zers in the workplace. And so he said he's been able to make enough money where now he lives bi-coastal and he's educating people about Gen Z. So one of the things that he said, there are certain stereotypes when it comes to Gen Z. A lot of folks think Gen Zers are lazy. Asked how he dispels these stereotypes, Brown said, and I quote, I don't call it lazy, that Gen Z do want to work, but we just want to work in a different way than what we initially or once saw as the way to work. This hustle culture, grind, is not effective. I think when you value your employees' mental health, that they will work harder at their job because they are in a clear headspace. This is what we should do. We should be setting boundaries. We should be taking mental health breaks and time for ourselves. Now, this is a whole new ideology, but it's not a bad ideology.
No, it's not a bad ideology.
We went from the boss just saying, you get to work, you work 9 to 5. If you don't work, no vacations, no this, you're fired. They saying, look, I only want to work 3 days a week. I want to take a vacation once a month. And either you want my good skills or you don't.
And this is definitely a topic we're going to be extending onto Monday because we guess what? Out of time.
But we're never out of content. But in the spirit of the not late great, the great Glorilla, at the end of the day got to end. Yeah. It is the weekend and the day is ended here on the Brunch Lunch. We encourage you to keep love alive. Tell someone that you don't know, even someone who betrayed you, that you love them with the love of Christ. Yes. Because love covers a multitude of sins. Tamera Fair, I love you.
I love you, Action Jackson.
Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you.
Up next, it's AC Green, and right after that is Pastor President on the drive home. Y'all, do it this weekend and make sure you give the glory to God. See ya. Peace and hair grease.
You know, 1 or 2 days without an outro, you forget. I thought it was done.
Love you too. You have a great weekend, Tina. Thank you guys for joining. Hey, Kimu. What's up, Debbie Smith? I miss you. Love you.
No, because that wouldn't be. That would.
Y'all have a wonderful weekend. We truly do appreciate you. DJ Velo says, tell his nephews he said hi. Love all of you guys. Listen, be safe this week. And get your
That's why when you said you're going to allow us to speak, I had to think about like, no, that wouldn't be the right thing to do. We just talk about this.